Well, bom dia, friends. Carl Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal show from expatsportugal.com. How are you this morning? Wow, what a situation. In the run-up to Christmas Day and the New Year, 2021 is approaching on this, segunda-feira, 21 de dezembro, the 21st of December. The winter solstice. So if you're of that persuasion, if you're a little sort of bit more paganistic and hippie-ish, or however you might describe it, an astronomer even, who invests in the astronomical lineup, more so than any other kind of festivity this year, well, very happy solstice to you. The darkest days are behind us for 2020, aren't they? In some ways, perhaps not metaphorically. I don't know. Maybe we should talk about this morning. But yes, what a pandemic pretty pass we're in. What a curveball going on in my native UK. And it looks like the restrictions are going to be more forceful and restrictive, those restrictions for this Christmas here in Portugal this year. So we'll do our best to keep you abreast of how that's changing this morning. Let's unpack it as well. Do let me know what your no sound again. I cannot believe. Why is there no sound this morning? Or is he just winding me up? I need some thumbs, please. Is it just Sean who doesn't have sound this morning? Or is it part of our long-standing and running joke? Safiro Porto is here. Don't do this to me, Sean. I can hear you, says Hannah. Phew, Sean, you wind-up merchant. I went to great lengths this morning to make sure the sound was working. I'm not talking in silence for 5 minutes again. I hope that never happens again here. So, Sean, you wind up. Yes, and Doreen can hear me as well. So thank you so much for letting me know that. Okay. Where was I before that extra shock this morning? Maybe it's just tier 4 that gets sound. Very good, Hannah. That is the sort of humor we need now that the darkest days, literally, astronomically, are behind us. A Monday comedy show? Yes, that too. We need that. Well, how are you this morning? Good morning. Keep calm, drink tea, and carry on. That's exactly what I intend to do with my little mug. Do you remember this promotion here? You only had to spend about £500 in Lidl's to get a mug with your little tokens. So, yeah, good morning to you, Gary. So what do we make of this, folks? What sort of weekend have you had? Let's stick to our traditions, shall we? Monday morning, what did you do at the weekend? Were you able to get out and about and enjoy Portugal? Do let me know what's going there. We'll look at the weather for the week ahead and obviously the Christmas weather. And we'll endeavour to make sense of restrictions. I often hesitate to talk about the Brits and the Brit perspective, because it's like, we've been hogging the news with Brexit, and it just seems like a nation of drama queens, especially what's gone on in the last 24 hours, 48 hours in the UK, and an unfolding picture of a country in quarantine. But tell me what you think. Tell me what you're thinking about all of this. Tell me how you intend to deal with this stupid idea that I'm hearing. Christmas is cancelled. Christmas is not cancelled, is it? Christmas is restricted. Christmas, in some ways, is undermined or affected. But come on, let's face it, the true spirit of Christmas, it's going to take a lot, I would think, to affect the true spirit of Christmas than just a few travelling restrictions, okay? Isn't the true Christmas found within and among the ones you are with and who you can telephone or Zoom or whatever? And we really can't let the pandemic pretty pass, as I'm calling it, affect that and resign ourselves to such misery. Okay, let's keep it upbeat, folks. Yes, let's be practical, realistic, and face the information such as it is. But come on, let's not go to the dark side. We are past the 21st of December. Well, we're not actually. We've got another, I think, about hour to go before fully the solstice, the clockwork of the cosmos takes us past that moment of the darkest time in the northern hemisphere. As you can hear, I'm very excited about that. I don't know if like Gary, I'll be outside dancing naked to celebrate, but we'll see what we can do. So a few good mornings and a few I can hear yous, which is really helpful. Thomas Judge is here. Let's say a few highs, shall we? Hannah's here. Doreen Reyes, Yvonne is here. Gary, Will, Paul Williams, Ola Bon Dia from a stunning winter solstice morning here in Cabanas de Tavira. The good thing is more sunshine is coming daily. Yes, Paul, exactly. And just come back from doing a little winter solstice ritual. I knew it, Gary. I absolutely knew it. Safaro, Joel up in Porto, weather was always raining, not even in bed. Not even in bed was okay. Okay, you can hear the rain coming down on the tin roof of your shed, could you, this morning, Joel? Anna Rita Vieira is here. Good morning, Anna. Lovely to hear from you. Bon dia from you in Cascais. Natalie's here. Haven't seen you for a while, Natalie. Good morning to you. And yes, here we go. The tradition of we have traditions, you know. We're not even a year old here on the Portugal a Good Morning Portugal show with Expats Portugal, but we have our traditions. And on a Monday, on a segunda-feira, we let each other know what we've been up to at the weekend. Restrictions and weather permitting, obviously, at this time of year and in these current circumstances. Hi, Carl. Went to Lulé yesterday. It was lovely. Everyone was careful to be away from each other. Lots of wishes for a Merry Christmas. Magic of Christmas is still alive. I believe in Christmas. Thank you, Cheryl. Christmas is not cancelled. New Year celebrations need not be cancelled. We will just be doing it a different way. Well done. Thank you, Cheryl, for that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No clothes were removed in the making of the winter solstice ritual over there in Alvagra this morning. Well done, Gary. Yes, after the court order, I guess that's probably best. I found a trick. If you bang your head against something hard enough, eventually it just still goes away. That seems a little bit extreme, Will, including a new variant. Only joking, weekend was okay, mostly with Frankie, the big dog, the big bear-like dog. An adventure to the nearest recycling bin is now pretty much a big day out. There you go. Clocking speeds of up to 0.3 miles per hour. Can we have that in kilometers per hour as well, please, Will? But yes, there you go. You see, there's a man making the most of his life under challenging conditions. Louise, bon dia to you. How are you, Louise, this morning from Caldas de Reina, I suspect? Mario Monteiro, what's that? Hello, Mario. Lovely to hear from you. I don't know if we may have said to you hello to you once or twice, but great to have your company here this morning. Morning, I'm gutted. Vitor went out last week to get our house ready. Oh no, Natalie, that's terrible news. And now I'm stuck in UK. I guess you were going to follow Vitor out to Portugal, weren't you? And then this has happened. Oh dear, oh dear. Lots of love to you. So sorry to hear that. Bon dia, Carl, and everyone from Penny Albertella. Hello, Penny Albertella in Devon in the UK. Bon dia from Antonio F. Thank you, Antonio. Great to hear from you. No one can cancel Christmas. Yes, exactly. These people need to say it, don't they? These people on the media need to stop saying that. Christmas is cancelled. It is not cancelled. It's up to us what level of goodwill, good cheer, and love and peace and joy we bring to this occasion. We will not be daunted by the doom mongers. And for those of us whose heads do drop and maybe fall by the wayside a bit, what if this time of year is about anything? It's about putting our arms around the shoulders of those people, obviously from 2 meters away, maybe with a broomstick and a mask on, and helping those people lift their heads up as we go into a new year with new hopes. Fantastic. Here, we made a decision, says Gilda, 1 month ago. No presents this Christmas. We don't want anyone at shopping malls at these times. And we also had some family losses. But we will be together and support the ones we love. You can't cancel love. That is going in to the comments as a trending hashtag. Let's get that on. Let's get that on Twitter, shall we? You can't cancel. This is the spirit. I knew I could rely on everybody here for this. You can't cancel love. We should remake Phil Collins' tune, or the Supremes. Yes, Supremes. Sorry to call it Phil Collins' tune. That's ridiculous. But you can't cancel love. No, you just will not wait. Love does come easy because it's a time of give and take. I can hear us all singing that through Zoom with the Christmas bells in the background. Yes, Gilda. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic. Hold on a minute. Go back. Grassa, Donna Grassa's here this morning as well. Good morning and welcome to Mr. Winter. That's a great way of looking at it as well, isn't it? Very natural, very real. This is exactly what's happening. No abstract concepts here. This is the tilt of our planet currently as it spins around through the cosmos. And here we are, just moments away from that darkest point and the light returning. Fabulous. Thank you, Gressa. Good morning to you. Bon dia. I hugged a tree. Did you? Oh, that was the homework. That was the homework. Now, did I hug a tree? I don't think I did specifically. I was out and about outside yesterday and loved the fresh air, sweeping my steps and sweeping the just outside the house. I think that's quite metaphorical and excellent, isn't it? And feels like quite a Portuguese a thing to have got into as well. But no, I will though, Doreen. Thank you for that reminder. Everybody, remember Jennifer on Friday. The homework was to hug a tree. Go, please do that. Not yet, but do that as a way of celebrating Christmas and welcoming in the new year and grounding and rooting yourself as well. Penny Albertella, thanks, Doreen, for that reminder. We had 2 friends over for a socially distanced mulled wine and curry. Sat out in our garden under a borrowed gazebo with a heater, blankets and furry hot water bottles. It was lovely. Well done, Penny. Fantastic. That's what we need to hear. 0.3 miles per hour is 0.48 kilometers per hour. There you go. Easy. Thank you, Will. Long time follower, first time writing. Oh, thanks, Mario. Great to hear from you. I'm Filomena Pascal's son-in-law. I very much enjoy your show. That's so lovely of you to say so. And yes, being the son-in-law of Filomena Pascal makes you VIP here as far as I'm concerned. So well done. And thank you for speaking up in the comments there. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much. And yes, you can't cancel love. Thanks to Gilda for that. That is our hashtag. It is trending here, if nowhere else. We spent the weekend getting ready to come to our place in the Algarve. Flight cancelled last night. Oh, no. Gutted, says Valerie Jarvis. That is a kicker. That is terrible. And I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, what's happened here? Has the did the plan in the UK to restrict the won't talk about UK too much, folks, for the sake of balance, because there are other countries are available in Europe. Yes, did Boris's team's plan to restrict movement at Christmas backfire basically on the whole country and put the whole country into quarantine in the eyes of certainly nearest neighbours in Europe and the rest of the world? Bizarre situation, right? But I'm so sorry to hear that, Valerie. Really am. Where would we be without you, Carl, to brighten our mornings? Or even with the singing, Chris, Christina Malcolm with Caballero. Good morning to you. I can tell you, I didn't feel especially bright this morning. Staying up too late at night, and I must say I didn't feel especially bright, but it is coming here to be with you and sing an impromptu song like that puts a spring in my step as well. So it is absolutely my pleasure and my benefit, Chris, to be doing this and to be here with you in the mornings. It brightens my morning, it really does as well. The great Christmas reset may be a good time to bring it back to a more simplistic and more human way. I'm loving this reframe as well. That the way it was meant to be. You see, this is it, Gary, isn't it? The commercial Christmas has been seriously undermined. It's true, isn't it? And we perhaps are going back to a simpler Christmas. And it's up to us, as I think we're agreeing here, to bring those qualities into play. Because it was only ever us who could do that. And we can't really be waiting, certainly for governments, can we, to provide the goodwill and Christmas cheer. Yeah, that was always down to us and our loved ones and our families. So a good reminder there, Gary. Thank you. We're so disappointed, says Yvonne. Got the keys to our house. Our daughter flew out Friday and now not sure if we can join them, if our Boxing Day flights will happen. That is terrible, Yvonne. Really sorry to hear that. So lots of love from us all here. What can you say except fingers crossed and looking forward, as now the light is returning, light and optimism returning for the new year, and hopefully we can refresh, renew, regroup, and really co-create something so much better than we have endured and are enduring right now. All the best to you, Yvonne, with that, and I hope those plans do turn out the way you want them. Morning from the Silver Coast here in Portugal from Valerie at Spencer Becks. Not sure what weather is going to do. Yes, sorry, it's 16 minutes past. I haven't even looked at the weather yet. Just happy chatting here with you all. Looking forward to Christmas. Won't be the same at all, but we'll put the tunes on and make the most of it. And of course, I do have the video of Valerie's Christmas tree, including integral steam train, to post to expatsportugal.com as well, because I will be popping up a few of those Christmas pictures. And I invite you to do the same, because Portugal's still done us proud with the presepios and nativity scenes, the Christmas lights. Let's get those pictures up. I think that will help a little bit. Thank you, Valerie. Good morning to you. Wayne Barker, hola, bon dia. Glad we're in a remote spot. The world seems to be going mad. Yes, I think it always was, Wayne, but especially so now, right? Yeah, I concur. I've got into, I do get into the bit of argy-bargy on social media, I have to say, when I see things that I feel I can't not speak out against on my own timeline and on others. And I'm realizing I can't really say much to people in other parts of the world back in my native UK, because it's not my life anymore and it's not my experience. And I can only sympathize with how crazy and mad, as you say there, Wayne, it is. And I thought to myself, actually, I can't comment. It's not my life as it used to be. So I speak from a very different point of view now, and in many ways, I don't have a right to comment on a life that I'm no longer part of. But people absolutely have my sympathies and concern for how it is in the UK right now, for sure. Good time for the EU to put a bit of pressure on the UK. Coincidence? Yes. Wow. What a no one saw this Brexit business being quite like this, did they? I don't think anyone thought it. Well, some people, one or two, thought it was going to be easy and oven ready. No, I don't think anyone truly, realistically thought it was going to be easy. And with the biggest curveball you could ever imagine, and further twist of the curveball, the googly, of the pandemic within the great challenge of delivering Brexit. Wow, what a situation. And I wonder, there must be a little bit of a glint in the eye of some of the more, shall I call them sadistic negotiators of the EU, who are quite angry at the UK. I'm guessing that they're going to see an advantage in this situation. I hope not, but it does look a bit like that, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm sure you know how Gary and I feel about the EU by this time. Okay, certain aspects of it anyway. Maybe not. Maybe we won't go into that right now. The weather, then. That's really good, isn't it? Change it from the weather. Change it from the EU to the weather. Nicely done, Carl. Very British. Let's have a look. Let's bring it onto the screen. Bring it on. The weather for the week ahead. The Christmas weather. How's it going to be for Friday in Lisbon? Okay, it's going to be a cloudy. This is subject to change, of course, as all life is, quite in a volatile way at the moment. But currently, need to take a breath and calm down a bit, don't I? Currently, the weather forecast for Christmas Day, for Friday, is 17 degrees and cloudy in the capital, okay, with a low of 8. It's mostly cloudy today, a little bit of sunshine today and tomorrow, Tuesday. Then a similar sort of Christmassy weather for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with temperatures ranging from 15 to 18 for the Christmas period in Lisbon, in the capital, with some sun on the Saturday and a sunny day on Sunday, which would be rather nice. Nice lockdown weather. Porto, raining, possible light rain. I suspect Joel will be telling us there's nothing light about it. Rain in Porto, in Matosinhos, and it's looking that way until Thursday, till Christmas Eve. And look, Joel, you have a sunny day forecast for Christmas Day and 14 degrees of temperature, and a sunny Saturday to boot, with the rain returning on Sunday. For those of you in central Portugal whose weather might be more like the Coimbra weather, overcast currently today, 12 degrees, and 16 the high today. Cloudy day, cloudy tomorrow, rain coming back on Wednesday. Christmas Eve, cloudy, but Christmas Day, 16 degrees the high. Starting off with 3, though, a low of 3 on Christmas Day, rising to 16. The temperature variations in central Portugal are extraordinary. Some sun on Christmas Day, but a sunny day forecast for Boxing Day, 14 degrees. And the rain returning on Sunday. Then down there in the south, Faro, currently 11 degrees, partly cloudy, rising to 18 today. Cloudy, sunny, occasional sun down there today and tomorrow. Cloudy day on Wednesday. Christmas Eve, 17 degrees the high, and a little bit of sun peeking out from behind the clouds, and a cloudy Christmas Day, but with a very respectable temperature of 17 degrees, and 16 on Saturday on Boxing Day. And again, a bit cloudy, but you should see some sun Saturday and Sunday. So there's your Christmas weather, folks. I don't know if you've got a specific weather request. We can come back to that. Look, we've got the other areas, Castelo Branco, you might like to hear about, Évora, let me know, even out there in the autonomous districts as well. So I can always come back to that if you want some Christmas weather. Made me laugh, Carl, rabbiting on like a madman. Yeah, I did. I think I might have got a bit ranty, or a bit. Haven't had enough British tea to calm me down and carry on, have I? And it is a carry on for sure. But yes, I became very unguarded for a moment, wondering what on earth it must have sounded like. Just mulling over the idea whereby things are so mad, it's totally socially acceptable to deliberately not talk about all the elephants crowding the room. I mean, you could say it's been like that for a while, Will, couldn't you? But certainly it is accentuated now. The elephants in the room, literally, the elephants could grow wings and be dancing, and still the decent thing to do for sanity would be pretend they aren't there. I think he's right. I think he's right. I do know many are hurting at having their plans cancelled. If it had been the plan, it might have been easier, but they'd been told they could go ahead and then it had been taken away. Defo, can't cancel love, but very sad for those hurting. Yes, Benny, absolutely. And I don't know what else we can do, can we? Except kind of hear each other out, be aware of the disappointment, hear each other, and help each other to regroup and move on. We've done a lot. We're getting well practiced at that this year. Maybe good preparation for the time being and the times ahead for 2021. Peter's here as well, everybody. Bon dia, Carl. Top tip for the residency QR code portal. You need a symbol, a capital letter, and numbers in your password from an idiot. He says, okay. So high security there. This is the for Brits again, who are being invited to change their residency into a new biometric ID. And you go online to do it. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to video my process of doing it and pop it up online as a little bit of a guide. Okay. So if anybody does want to know my password, I will be putting, no, only kidding. But yes, I'll be doing that as an instructional video for expatsportugal.com. But thank you, Peter, for that. A simple process by the sound of it. Thane is here. Thanks, Peter. 19 and mostly sunny on Christmas Day in Los Angeles. Isn't that fantastic? Good morning to you, Thane. Okay, so let's go look at the weather now. I see my emails are open, actually, with the email from Finanças, the Finanças portal of Portugal. And when I get this, I don't know about you, but I hear the fatura de sorte from the Autoridade Tributária e Aduaneira, the Finanças portal, basically. I'm thinking, oh my God, how big a tax bill are they sending me now? And then I see numbers like 35,000 euros. It's like, oh, hold on a minute. That's what they're giving away. I don't know if anybody checks among you folks who have naturalized yourselves into the financial system here. But yes, it's the fatura de sorte is the lucky invoice whereby the government pays the people a little bit of a prize. Joel might know a little bit about that. Do you bother looking even, Joel? Because I know that Portuguese people do love a lottery, don't they? They do love a competition. And I wonder if anyone else here who's now in the Portuguese Finanças system is looking to see if they've won 35,000 euros. I think that's the big prize this Christmas. What's on tonight's program, Carl? Do you know, at 10 o'clock tonight, I'm going to do a Portugal playlist radio show. We had some success with our new streaming software last Monday evening, and I'm going to do it again tonight. And I'm going to do Christmas music, but I'm not going to do Christmas music in the traditional sense, unless that's what you want. And if I really have to play Mariah Carey because somebody wants it, I will. And I'll play the Fairy Tale of New York because I can and haven't been banned if somebody wants to hear that. But I'm thinking there's other music that's full of goodwill, peace, love, and the true sentiments of Christmas. So I'm thinking, slightly laterally thought Christmas tunes, and of course Portuguese flavored tunes as well. And I was doing a bit of research yesterday to find out what the big names that Portugal has given us. And I noticed that the lead singer, I think, of Journey is originally from Portuguese extraction. These people called Perry in the United States in the music business were called Pereira. Nelly Furtado is Canadian Portuguese extraction. So some interesting little bit of backstory to tell you as well tonight from 10 o'clock. So it's a music show. Join me for some music, Portuguese flavored or Christmas flavored. You choose tonight from 10 o'clock, and the link will be on all these platforms that you're viewing this morning, apart from YouTube. So yeah, go to Facebook or join the Portugal playlist group to listen to the Christmas radio show tonight. So thanks for that prompt, Gary. I'm also doing actually with my friends in the Air team, is a little project I work on, and with my colleagues there, Anna and John, we're doing a little Christmas quiz from 6 o'clock. Friend me up on Facebook and find out the link for that. A little festive Christmas quiz that we're doing with the gang at 6 o'clock tonight, UK time. So thank you for that prompt, Gary. Let's go back then to see how this story, or not stories, I hate calling them stories, but this situation now. Portugal restricts flights from the UK to nationals and legal residents. In case you didn't know about what has transpired over the weekend, let me make sure you do know, and we'll go to the Portugal resident for that. And here we go. The homepage of the Portugal resident. No, actually, yes, it is the homepage. This is the top news item that was reported late yesterday, I suspect. And let's share that on the screen for you now. Thanks, Pink Panther, for that lovely sunset picture from your part. Alvazra, a bit like Gary here. Lovely sunsets and sunrises that you get in Alvazra. That's sunrise there. Thank you for sharing that with us this morning. So, Portugal resident. Portugal restricts flights from UK to nationals and legal residents. So we are looking at a restrictions here coming through during the evening news bulletins this evening. This was yesterday, was the announcement that Portugal will be restricting flights from the UK from midnight last night. Okay. 100 hours, Monday, December 21st. The only people authorized, so you know, for entry into national territory will be Portuguese citizens. So Portuguese citizens can come back into Portugal, and if you have become a legal resident, the QR code people when it comes to UK, for example, and anyone else who's made themselves a legal or temporary, even a temporary resident, I believe, can come back into Portugal. These passengers will have to show a negative COVID test. If they arrive without one, they will be required to take a test at the airport, remaining in isolation until the result is known. I wonder if anyone here has done that and how long that would take. The decision comes hours after Foreign Affairs Minister Augusto Santos Silva said the government was waiting for a universal approach by Europe. This is likely to come tomorrow as a result of an emergency meeting by the Council of Europe. The reason stems from the highly contagious variant of the new coronavirus that has been identified in the UK and is believed to be responsible for a sudden spike in the number of new infections. I can't bite my tongue here. I've been looking at people say, trust the science, let's be led by the scientists. It doesn't look like the rigor of that science is especially good that has caused this hoo-ha. Okay, I remain in some doubt about that, but who cares what I think about that? This is the situation now. The rest of Europe is turning its back on the UK as a result of this anyway. And it seems that there's a special glee on the French border about this. Or is that just my jaundiced view of this situation? Stresses the announcement made by the Interior Ministry this evening. In Portugal, the circulation of this variant SARS-CoV-2 identified in the United Kingdom is not confirmed, according to data obtained this far by the National Institute. So it's not confirmed in the... Oh, I see. Yeah, I saw this reported as news yesterday that the new variant hadn't been found or discovered in Portugal. And I was thinking that's kind of clutching at straws, isn't it? When the news is telling you something hasn't been discovered. I suppose it's news in a way, but it seems so speculative and weird to me that. But anyway, it's where we're at. Analysed samples from the month of November and the second wave. So in Portugal, just to reiterate that, because I did really confuse that. In Portugal, the circulation of this variant of SARS-CoV-2 identified in the United Kingdom is not confirmed in Portugal. So Radio Renascença, however, suggests that the variant has already been identified in Italy and Denmark. Will, seriously, I'm asking you this, and I will read out what you say. What do you make as our go-to guy throughout the pandemic here of this new variant? Seriously, tell us. So that's the situation there as it stands. And we know these things are changing minute by minute. But there you go. And what I want to do also is tell you what Safe Communities Portugal are advising, because also we need to look at how the New Year restrictions in Portugal have changed. Nelly Furtado was born in San Miguel, Azores, to be more exact, and Nuno Betancourt, the guitarist from Extreme, from Ilha Terceira, from Azores. Thank you, Mario. That's really cool. And yes, may well say more of that. I've just seen what Gary's written. May say more about Nuno Betancourt, Nelly Furtado, and Steve Perry, I think, as well, from Journey, with a little bit of Portuguese blood as well there too. So it should be an interesting show from 10 tonight. Gary, for those of you who don't know of Des O'Connor, the British showbiz icon who passed away in the last couple of weeks, Gary would like a nice tribute. And I'm not averse to playing Dick a Dum Dum, because people should hear that artistic masterpiece. Dick a Dum Dum, Dick a Dum Dum, a Dick a Dum Dum, Dick a Dum Dum. I might even have to play some Tiny Tim. Seems to go pair well with that tonight from 10 on the Portugal Playlist Radio Show from us, from me, expatsportugal.com. That lottery, before the prize was a new car, but now they offer cash, to me, as a cheap excuse to check on the Portuguese expenses. I think you're probably right. Anna says fatura de sort is a way to make people ask for the fatura when you go to a business. So when you get asked for this contribuent number and you give your NIF number, it's a way of cross-referencing that, folks. It's the government getting you to get in that habit, and then you check to see if, when you've given your number, whether that transaction has come up and giving you this what used to be a car, as Joel says, but now just cash. They'll probably tax it, won't they? There'll be a tax on that prize, I suspect. Most people just didn't ask for it. In the first year of this, thousands of new businesses were discovered. Good move, government. Amazing. Okay. Didn't Spitting Image do a Christmas #1 song where they predicted all the 2020 rules in advance and advice? Yeah, I think they did. I think they probably did, Will. Something about chickens and deck chairs flying everywhere while rich folks bought jumbo jets. Yeah, some of us could just see that coming, right? My friend Melissa was in the vid for the Fairy Tale of New York. She's in a fur, and the very first part of the vid, leaving the police station as Matt Dillon comes in. Yes, of course. Matt Dillon was a cop in that, wasn't he? Cop in that video. What a wonderful claim to fame, Thane. Fantastic. Doesn't mean the virus originated in the UK. Absolutely, Gary. We knew about the new variant 3 weeks ago from Stafford's and Thomas's down the road. It is awful that the government in the UK are so reliant on popular opinion rather than science. Okay, so there's me saying they are following the science. In fact, they knew all about it all along, Peter, and they just hedging their bets to see what they should do next with those kind of focus group situations, right? Okay, and are acting when they feel they absolutely have to, and of course, then clutching at the science, you seem to be saying, and I would agree. It's a way to control tax evasion from businesses. That's taken the shine off it, Antonio. You mean to say it's not a generous gift from the government at this wonderful time of year? Thank you, Antonio. Claire Monson pointed out, hi, Claire, and lots of love and best wishes to everyone at Pure Portugal while we're about it. Claire Monson pointed out a reason for much of the confusion. Short version, here we go. Thanks, Will. When a case is detected, it usually detects 3 bits of virus, if only 2 show up. It suggests the 3rd bit has changed. So they detect the virus by not fully detecting the other one. It's a bit stabby in the dark, but sort of logical. Poor Daily Mail scientist reporters don't have a clue. So there you go. Patchy, stabby in the dark, and quite a grey area upon which to be building so much restriction, I would say. Good day from New Zealand, from Vinnie Vengeance. That sounds like a gangster name, Vinnie Vengeance. It's all good here. Vinnie Vengeance takes me to my go-to at the moment, the Peaky Blinders. Are you a New Zealand character from the Peaky Blinders that I've yet to see in the program, Vinnie Vengeance? But good day to you, or good day to you. Is that how New Zealanders say good day in Australia? G'day in New Zealand, perhaps. Antonio F. Nice. I think I know what you're laughing at, Antonio. We are not all in the same boat, but we're all in the same storm. Some of us, though, are in a leaking dinghy, and some of us are in a super yacht. Guess who is in which? Nice, biting political insight, sociological insight there, Paul. Completely agree with you. Thank you, Paul. A generous offer from the government and 4 question marks. Lol. Such is the state of cynicism. Not just here in Portugal, obviously. Hank Stalica, good morning. Well, these some fantastic names this morning. It's a howdy guys from Hank Stalica and Vinnie Vengeance, all here this morning on the Good Morning Portugal show. Good morning to you, Hank. Can Will give us an update on the amazing dog he's taken on? What a lovely fella, says Peter. It's just a simple yep. I don't know if that's because you are part of the New Zealand Peaky Blinders, or if that's what you say in New Zealand as a greeting. I'm a bit worried now. Okay, then let us take a look at Safe Communities Portugal and their latest update. Thank you. Thank you so much, Safe Communities Portugal, for your continued research. Lovely Christmas message from David with his Christmas hat on, looking rather festive, and lots of great articles on there, keeping us up to date with the health and safety of the time, as is their way at Safe Communities Portugal. If you don't like that page on Facebook already, do so. For great source. They've got all the latest about the UK travel restrictions, and I'm scrolling through so many of their updates to try and find the latest from the PM in Portugal about what the restrictions are for Christmas and New Year here in Portugal. I'm getting there are so many things they're having to post. They too didn't see this coming. Quite incredible. SNS has managed to maintain the resilience of its purpose. COVID situation, 19th of December. Safety advice for drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians during the wet weather. This is how they roll. Fantastic. Portugal report, 19th of December. State of emergency measures in place for the last weekend. Heavy rain forecast for the 19th. Oh my goodness. Portuguese Parliament takes on Darth Corona, the animated video. So you'll be able to see that too. Darth Corona. Oh my, this is not the virus you're looking for. COVID trends over the last. I can't. There's so many updates here. They're so busy at Safe Communities Portugal that I can't find what I'm looking for to tell you. So we'll do that tomorrow. I'm in this lead up to Christmas and New Year, and it's probably going to change anyway. So I will come back to that in the coming days about how and where you stand celebrating Christmas from the point of view of the pandemic restrictions here in Portugal. Okay, so we will come back to that. Bon dia a todos from Owen. Good morning to you, Owen. And look at this. I love how he speaks all sexy in Portuguese to us here. Bom dia a todos, meus melhores votos de Natal e Ano Novo. So wishing us best wishes, I think, and for Christmas and for the new year ahead. Thanks, Owen. Really appreciate it. Vinnie Vengeance says his wife said yesterday, let's do it. Let's sell up and move to Portugal. Might need a bit more money yet. It's a good idea, Vinny. It really is. Many here would support that idea. Your wife is a genius. And good luck with the saving plan for that, clearly there in that circumstance. It's supposed to be summer here. Oh, yes, of course. It's winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. Yes, and summer there for you. Rain followed by rain. So there you go. You've got a bit of a primer with Portuguese weather at this time of year, just to condition you to know what the weather's going to be like. You got Portuguese weather at the moment. Hold on a minute. Antonio F is saying, moving from New Zealand to Portugal, aren't you better off there, at least for now, regarding COVID? I think it's a long-term plan, Antonio. But some might wonder, New Zealand, what a wonderful country. It's quite a toss-up between the two countries, isn't it? New Zealand and Portugal. But tell us what it is that attracts your eye, and your wife's eye, especially, Vinny, about moving to Portugal. Frankie's okay. So here we go. Those of a sensitive disposition may wish to close their ears for the next bit I'm reading, especially if you're having your breakfast right now. But this is the update from the big bear dog that Will adopted a couple of weeks ago. Frankie's okay. I stood in poop this morning on the bed. Oh, on the bed, coffee, bed, radio show journey. But that's the first time we've been in the garden or bumbling in the quiet village streets, usually learning to communicate well through touch. He can't see or hear, and I can't smell. Oh, bless him. Thankfully, he's trusting and must have been well looked after in the past. He struggles with his hips and sitting and standing. Not unlike a few of the experts who tune in here, Will, actually. Yesterday, he got 100 meters home and he just suddenly said no. Oh, bless, had to run home and get the car. So you had to go get a car and take him home for the last 100 meters. Bless him. Back to New Zealand now. We're all over the world this morning. Winters are winters here at Portugal. Portugal doesn't fool about lol, except when the Portuguese are fed up with so much rain, says Joel. Yes, he's our resident Portugueser, telling it like it is. Thank you, Joel. Waiting till I can move to Faro, Portugal, says, well, people have funny names on YouTube, don't they? Sorry, I'm assuming when I say you've got a funny name, I'm assuming that is a pseudonym rather than your actual name. And if it is your actual name, I feel like I might have upset you now. Not intended, but I'll have a go at it. Well, Nerb. Waiting till I can move to Faro, Portugal in 2021-22. Watching from Twin Falls, Idaho, USA. I'm retired and age 54 now on a pension. D7 for you then, I would say. Excuse me. But welcome to the show. Portugal and New Zealand are two of the three safest countries in the world, and the other one is Iceland. In good company. Thank you, Antonio F. Love it. Everything that comes in from the wonderful, warm community here that is agreeing this morning. Can't cancel love at Christmas. You can change it in terms of restrictions and lockdowns, but you cannot cancel love at Christmas. We came up with that, folks, here on Good Morning Portugal together. That's fabulous. Vinny, with a name like that, you got to make an appearance on the Expat Man Cave. Yeah, come on, Vinnie Vengeance, join us. We're actually, we didn't talk about this, Gary and Frank the man, not Frank the dog, but come and join us in Portugal and you'll love it, the Expat Man Cave. But we've got a 2-week rest, us old geezers, and we'll be back in the new year. The first, well, let's have a look to tell you when the Expat Man Cave will be back in business. I think we're going to probably be looking at the 8th of January. Okay, excuse me, I'm going to cough. And I need to have a sip of my tea. Hold on, just for the last few minutes, I need to gird my loins with a sip of tea. And there we go. Beautiful. Would love a 2-acre property, says Vinny, with a pool in Portugal. If I sell the house, I probably have about 400,000 euros all up. Is that enough for a reasonable property and dividend investment income? Vinny, I would say yes to that. When you said you were going to be saving up, I imagined you were looking down the back of the sofa for a few euros or coins. I think you're going to be okay. With a pot of 400k. I really do. I don't know so much about the dividend investment income. I have my own feelings about the way the global economy is going to go. But you could certainly invest in fruit trees, and you can have your own water source. You see where I'm going with this? For 400,000 euros, I think you're going to be fine and set up well with 400k to spend here in Portugal. Don't you think, everybody else here? Hold on a minute. Where are we? We've got another update from Will. The standing in poop barefoot is an uplifting feel-good story in 2020, isn't it? I suppose, yes. It's all relative, Will. Yes, good point. Well made. Now go wash your feet. Vinnie Vengeance, you can find cheaper houses already to live in and the pool can be added later. Absolutely. Kathleen, the charts of the increase in COVID restrictions in London are terrifying. The new variant is 70% more transmissible than the original virus, and the EU is wise to minimize the numbers exposed to it. Fair play, Kathleen. Yes, that does sound worst case scenario, doesn't it? But yes, I think I probably am a bit of a nuisance and a pedant possibly with these things. And I think we have to be careful who's saying it's 70% more transmissible. They do just tend to show these snappy slides and things, don't they, in these press briefings? And I think we need to, have a number of sources on this. Let me leave it like that for the moment. But of course, taking precautions and probably being worst case scenario at times is the right thing to do. But I do think we need a richer and fuller picture as well to complement that. Opinion on the new variant is we need to come up with a better nickname for it. There are about 6 flying about right now. So do you think we need to do that as well as coming up with a hashtag this morning of you can't cancel love? We too on the Good Morning Portugal show are going to name the new variant. I could come up with something, but I can't possibly call it or say that out loud right now. I will do better. You'll have the life of old Riley, Vinny, with your 400,000, says Gary. Thanks, Will. What a great thing you're doing. If a little graphic over panel. Chocolate. Nice one, Peter. See charts in the Financial Times and the Economist. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't mean to take issue with you or the credibility of your sources and your opinion. Absolutely. I mean, this is the thing here, isn't it? This is something I would say is that it's so important to keep the conversation open. And what I see happening so much is people arguing out finer points rather than keeping the fullest and most open conversation and open mind with these things in an ever-changing situation with multiple sources, contradictory sources, and terrible fear. I do understand that people just want to know and say, okay, this is it, these are the numbers, that's it. But I just don't think we can afford to do that. At times, yes, of course, you have to make decisions. But I think you have to do this really difficult balancing act for the best possible results of keeping the fullest and most open minds and, following the money, following the vested interests, all that sort of stuff that makes you sound like a conspiracy theorist. But I think it's a difficult thing to do, but I think we've got to do it. And we can't go down these single lines. We've got to stay open-minded, open-hearted with this stuff. So I've no issue with you personally there, Kathleen, or the veracity of your information. But I'm hoping and continuing to encourage the broadest possible view, as well as understanding some of the specifics here. If that's not a massive contradiction, it's a difficult thing for us human beings to do, for sure. You won't need the limo and the heavies. Yeah, leave them in Vinnie Vengeance. Leave your limo and your heavies in New Zealand. And Jani is here from Belgium. Good morning to you, Jani. It is strange new variant and Brexit. Yes, of course, that is the pain people are feeling over there in the UK. It's not a pretty picture. I got relatives there, and it is very worrying to see that. But like I said, I'm hoping to keep an open mind and a light in the window. This on this auspicious morning as we approach the winter solstice, of course, the moment when the darkest days are behind us and we move towards the brighter days and just minutes more sunshine and light each day now as we move into the new year. Quite a moment, but what an incredible time in human history. Absolutely. So Christmas is definitely not cancelled. More than ever, don't you think we need the true spirit of Christmas right now? And I've seen it demonstrated, shared amply in the conversation this morning. And yes, you can't cancel Christmas. That was wonderful. Was it Hannah who came up with that this morning? Let me just make sure. It was Cheryl. It was Cheryl Meaning saying, I believe there, you can't cancel Christmas. But thank you so much. There were so many comments. I can't. It was Gilda Pereira, our friend at AI Emigrant, EI Migration Services, one of our partners helping people move to Portugal. There it is. There's the comment. Gilda says, you can't cancel love. That is our hashtag for this morning. Let's see if we can get it trending. You can't cancel love. Thank you so much, Gilda, to Hannah, to Cheryl for leading us in that direction. And Will, I just got to give you a bit more technical information. B117 sounds like a stealth bomber. Don't like that. Y51N is not catchy. VUI, variant under investigation. 201, 211, 200, 101, 23, 111 is too nerdy. That's never going to catch on. Mutant COVID is worse than Corona. COVID 20, we already did that. It needs a cuddly name. Like, what is he making me say now? OFWN. I wonder what he means with that. It's true. I look like a gangster. I can't deny it. However, my IT worker skinny stick arms give away my true identity. You and me both, Vinnie Vengeance. But we do love your tough guy name, and we thank you for dropping in this morning. What time is it there? Hoping to be eating Christmas lunch on the patio in the sun with our friends. Lunch will be cooked in the outdoor wood-fired oven. Yes, you can rely on Peter Wilton Davis, the unofficial ambassador of Castanheira de Pera, delightful part of central Portugal, to just come in with a beautiful vision of Christmas. You can't. Love is not being cancelled there. Christmas is not being cancelled there. I am sure they will be representing in the most best possible way in Castanheira de Pera the true spirit of Christmas. And there it is. There's a clue. That's what Pete's up to. And here it is in Portuguese. Não cancelei o Natal. Fantastic. And thank you for that, Anna. And it's always darkest just before it goes completely black. Yes, Gary. I think what he means to say the darkest time is before the dawn. But yes, very funny, Gary. Kathleen, these are results of the testing done in the past 2 weeks. The info comes from the scientists advising SAGE. The hospitals don't have capacity for this rate of increase. Yeah, of course, Kathleen. And this is the problem, of course, isn't it? That we weren't able to invest in more ICU and train people to get to this stage to cope with that surge of cases in hospitals. Totally hear you, totally get it. Oh yes, the OFWN. That is a very suitable name. I can't possibly read it out, but that's a very suitable name. 10 to 11. He's already way past the summer solstice there in New Zealand. Thank you, Vinnie. And in Portugal, it is 9:51 a.m. Thank you for that reminder, Antonio, because it's way past the show's bedtime. Excuse me. Join me tonight for the Portugal playlist where we'll be playing some music. And you might want to join me tonight. I'll stick it on my Facebook profile. Have a little festive fun Christmas quiz. With the Air team, who I do a show with, a live stream on a Monday evening. Thanks everybody for being here this morning, being so fabulous. I really, at the start of today, Monday morning, with the way things are in the world, coming up to Christmas, it not looking brilliant. You've absolutely warmed the cockles of my heart this morning with the suggestions. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you to you all. Oh yeah, and what I haven't managed to do, I'll come back to that, Penny, in just a moment. What I haven't managed to do is tell you how the week's going to be. We will on Thursday night. So normal Good Morning Portugal shows today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Thursday as well, Christmas Eve. And as we get into the mood, the spirit for the climax of Christmas and Christmas Day, of course, and on Christmas Day, we'll start at 10 in the morning and we'll say a few Christmas hellos. And on Thursday evening, we will have a toast, a Christmas Eve toast, and wishing everybody a Feliz Natal Boas Festas at 8 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Okay, so raise a glass. Bring something with you. Bring your favorite tipper with you on Christmas Eve at 8 o'clock Portugal time. And 10 in the morning, you could be also raising a glass of port or sherry to where we could wish each other a Christmas, actually on Christmas Day. For those people who might not be with anyone, you can be with us from 10 o'clock for the Good Morning Portugal show on Christmas Day to help everybody feel connected on Christmas morning. So that's how we roll. And then we'll have a little bit of a shutdown until New Year's Eve, where we'll have another toast from the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. And then we'll be back in business from the 1st of January with a slightly remixed schedule. Penny says, I did suggest that Paul might cook in our garden in the wood oven at Christmas. He said, no, so mean. Yes. What's he like? Honestly, Paul, come on, man up and get out there and light the garden wood oven at -2 degrees in Devon. But even if it gets dark, nothing better than to practice radio location and walk like a bat. If you see a man in Matosinhos walking around with his eyes shut, bumping into lampposts, that's just Joel practicing his radio location. Well done, Joel. Hi, Carl. I'm new to your YouTube channel and I find it very informative. Do you or your business do one-to-one advice service for all things Portugal related? Yes, we do. Aidan Rowe. We are in, well, if you go to expatsportugal.com, let me just bring it up on the screen. And go to expatsportugal.com. It's on the screen scrolling now. expatsportugal.com/upgrade for our premium service, which is €25. The paltry sum going up on the 31st. But we also have an Ask Our Expats service. So we absolutely do one-to-one. Aidan Rowe. Go have a look. expatsportugal.com and pull down under a tab that says Ask Our Expats. You can talk to an expat who lives in Portugal and can advise you. Thank you for that question. A thumbs up for Vinnie Vengeance. Thumbs up to you all this morning. You've all been awesome. And it's 55 minutes past the hour now. I didn't know what I was going to say, really. I didn't know how we were going to approach things. We've done an amazing job, and we're still here at 5 to 10. Incredible. Will Thompson, Echo. Gotta love bats right now. Yes, so go love a bat, somebody. give someone a bat box for Christmas. And see, we even give Christmas gift ideas here on the Good Morning Portugal live stream. But we really should go about our business now. Will needs to go and wash his feet. People have to do other stuff. Vinnie Vengeance has got to talk to his wife about moving to Portugal. And everyone needs to go to Twitter now and trend the hashtag can't cancel love, or in Portuguese, now cancelem o Natal. Take care. Bye for now. See you tonight on the radio show, I hope, or for our Christmas quiz at 6. See ya.